Hey there, it's Yvar Balat, the On Purpose Entrepreneur. Welcome to this training video. I am a home business strategist. I help part-time home business entrepreneurs leverage their time, energy, and resources so they can focus on profit-producing activities. Essentially, I help people work smarter, not harder, and get paid. And so I'm going to be sharing with you some internet network marketing myths. And these myths are what take people out of the game, why sometimes we have these astronomical high attrition numbers. And I've kind of dwindled them down to like 4 components that I notice over and over again of why people take themselves out of this industry. So I have some notes here I'm going to be sharing with you. The first is the fact that they feel like they have to be some kind of NLP guru, like they have to be a wordsmith. They have to learn and figure out what are the magical spell words to help credit cards levitate out of wallets, okay? That's actually not the case. What's really important is being an effective communicator. You've got to be able to transfer the level of belief and energy that you have to your client, to your prospect, to your audience, to show them that not only you believe in yourself, but you also believe in what it is that you're promoting. You believe in what it is that you're sharing. You believe what it is that you're offering. And so you got to be able to be grounded in and postured in the way that you communicate so people can actually feel that transfer of energy, feel that transfer of belief. And typically it translates into a transaction, right? Where it's mutually beneficial for both parties. And so, sales is all about making sure it's a win-win situation. And so you want to be able to just, share from an authentic place. Here's what your story is. Here's a story. Here's your results or your product results or your income results as it relates to what it is that you're doing, okay? Now, some of the best ways to improve your levels of communication is just getting out there and creating content, doing videos just like this, live streams, but also you can get real training, especially YouTube has a wealth of knowledge of just improving some of the, techniques of communicating. I'm not talking about being like a public, professional speaker. I'm just talking about just being able to share a message. You do it all the time, but a lot of times people don't know, they like lose all common sense, all common knowledge when it comes to like sharing their business knowledge and sharing that effectively. So if you feel like you need to brush up books, tapes, trainings, live trainings, those things can help you. Focus on that if that's where you feel like you want to improve. Number 2, is your character, okay? People often feel like they have to be some kind of outgoing personality. They have to be out the wall. They have to do, in order to get attention, they have to be, on a Gary Vee level. And even Gary Vee tells you, you don't have to be like him. You need to be like you. Why? Because literally there is no one else on the planet like you, literally. And so the more that you can settle into being yourself and owning who you are and the value that you bring, the more authentic you'll show up in the marketplace. A lot of time people are doing comparisonitis, right? They're saying the leaders and the gurus and all the big wigs out in the marketplace are doing X, Y, and Z. So I, who is a quiet introvert or, a shy little lamb, gotta pretty much do a radical personality change in order for me to make money, all in the name of making money. That's just not going to, turn out well for you because it's a gig, right? It's a jig. You're not going to be able to keep that up forever. And it's a bold-faced lie to your audience. You're not being authentic. And so when you can realize that people want to know the real you, truly the real you, the one that talks with your hands and moves around and the one that has like, a loud kind of voice, that's the type of person people want to talk to, right? So whoever you are, however you show up, make sure you have the character that your audience, the character within yourself to show up authentically, because your audience will be very, very receptive to that. Trust me, a lot of people want to see themselves in the marketplace, okay? And everybody has a own story that you can relate to. Your life is almost like a mirror to your audience, because that's what they want to relate to. They want to see, okay, this person just looks like me. She's a mom just like me. She's a working woman just like me. She's a busy wife just like me. She's a busy entrepreneur. She's a part-time entrepreneur just like me. Whatever the case might be, but show up, have the character to work with integrity, to do what you say when you're going to say it, to show up consistently, to, be that beacon of light and source for your audience. And so they can know, like, and trust you and feel like they can keep coming to you over and over again. I heard this the other day that, if you don't show up, if you don't, show up consistently, if you're not in the mind's eye of your audience, guess what? Your audience will find someone else to follow, right? Your audience is following you, but if you don't show up, they will find someone else to follow. And that's huge. And so if you know that you have something to serve the marketplace, do it with integrity, do it with professionalism, do it with certainty that you can help that audience, and they will reward you. Reward you by working with you, by recommending you, by, blasting you on social media that you're the bomb.com, okay? Number 3. So a lot of times, this is a biggie, because a lot of time people feel like, if I don't have a $10,000 check, or if I am not on stage, or if I am not rank advancing, then my efforts are futile, right? Nobody knows me. I'm not, my name is not in lights. And so who cares about, my rep ID? Who cares about little old me? And this really goes down to building credibility, okay? How is credibility built? It's built inch by inch. It's doing the blog post. It's doing the video. And it's sharing knowledge incrementally, right? Especially when you're building content online, it's like you're literally leaving breadcrumbs all over the internet for your audience that leads back to your preferred platform. Typically that's a blog post, typically it's a blog platform, your website, whatever the case might be. But for credibility, in order to be credible, you've got to be in the game. And a lot of times people's like, oh, I'm not credible. And a lot of times because you're not in the game, you're not actively playing with the players to say, hey, here's the results that I've got. You can only be credible if you've gone out and done the thing, right? But it doesn't mean that you have to have massive results. It just means you have to have some level of results. And credibility is just sharing what it is that you know and the results that you've gotten, and turning around and sharing that. That's the level of credibility. It doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be Oprah level. It doesn't have to be their favorite guru's level. It just has to be unique and genuine to what it is that your audience wants to receive as it relates to results, right? So do they want more leads? Do they want more traffic? Do they want a better Instagram profile? Do they want to master Facebook ads? Whatever your audience wants, you should be showing them, hey, here's how I got results in that. And I'm the person to follow because I've gotten results, okay? The results don't have to be astronomical. Hey, I've been able to get 5 leads a day utilizing the social media posts. Do you want to know more? Yes. People want to get like the first lead, the first sale, the first referral, the first teammate before they get like the 100th. And if you've gotten it one time, you're better than everybody who's either just getting started or never even got a lead or never got a sign up or never got someone to join them in business. So don't downplay what it is that you know, and don't downplay your wins in your business, because they actually are the key components to helping you be credible in the eyes of your prospects, okay? Audience too. Lastly, people feel like they have to be some kind of tech whiz and, learn programming, learn HTML, be on some Zuckerberg level. And that's not true. This is like a godsend that this is not true, because technology is always advancing, and it's advancing in a way where, I mean, a lot of the technology automates itself, right? And so a lot of it's copy and paste. It's pressing a little buttons. And with technology, especially if you're building a business on the internet, there's a few things you're gonna need to learn, right? A few platforms, especially if you're trying to get the attention of a specific audience in that platform, you wanna learn it. So instead of just focusing on, I gotta learn a lot of different moving parts of my business, just focus on what are the key components, right? What platform you need to understand, right? You need to also understand your autoresponder. How are you capturing leads? And then and then maybe just a video component. So if, you know, one social media platform, one, you know, email autoresponder, and then one video platform. I mean, those three alone should be your core technology components, which you should know in and out. But you don't have to know, you know, every little tool and every little this and automation and all that. You don't have to know all that. There's, you know, a beautiful thing called outsourcing. You can outsource some of the things that you don't want to learn, but you just got to be, the biggest thing here is that you got to prove to yourself that you're capable of being resourceful and finding and getting things done. So whether I can do it, if I can't do it, who can? And then how can I research this thing that I need to know and figure it out? It's just like a skill. If you need to, you know, if you need to learn how to, you know, bake a gourmet cake, you'll go out, research, find out a perfect recipe, go out, get the ingredients. All that takes time so your cake can come out finished and beautiful. Same thing with online. If you need to learn something, so many platforms out there helps you. A lot of it is for free. If you want specialized knowledge, then you'll have to invest in yourself to get that. But a lot of the knowledge that you need is free. And there's so many people doing it from beginner level, intermediate, and advanced. Got tripped up there. So that's pretty much it. You got to be an effective communicator. You've got to be a person of character. You've got to be credible, and you've got to be capable in order to be resourceful and show your audience that you are the one that they can go to with information. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to learn about, you know, having an effective marketing plan, this is something that I utilize in my business. If you didn't know already, I am a full-time professional employee and working professional, and I work my home business part-time. And what I do is I leverage tools and resources while I'm with my family, while I'm at work. And so if you want to learn about the same marketing tool that I utilize to help me build my business, I want you to visit freedomonpurpose.com. That's freedomonpurpose.com. There you'll learn more, get access to the information, and I will see you on the inside. Thank you again for watching. Stay awesome, take massive action, and live life on purpose. Bye.